They're off to race over an extended 2.25 miles for the Betfair Racing Podcast Handicap Hurdle. 14 of them heading towards the first of 10 scheduled flights. Up amongst those prominent, Steel Ally in the dark blue and white. Josh the Boss, the favourite, in the blue and red. The grey near white gelding Angolo as they rise for the first time. Beat the Bat just behind the leaders down the near side with the green sleeves. It was a bit untidy. Kicked it half flat. And now they move to the turn out of the back straight for the first time. Steel Ally over Josh the Boss. And then Angolo with Beat the Bat racing a close fourth despite that first flight error. Lively Citizen in the red and white tracks them towards the top of the straight for the first time. Settling in about 5th or 6th position. Upsize Fine Casting. And a break of a couple of lengths to the nose-banded Bowens Park, who turns on in midfield. Racing alongside Knight of Allen in the maroon and pink. And then Cam Cenas with a white cap, with Ballygeary held up. Likewise, Punta de l'Este. Don Levant is among those held up, with La Vida Adiva and Park and Anciard in the double green is the early back marker. All neatly enough over the second, and now they progress towards the middle flight up the straight for the first time. Taken along by Steel Ally over Josh the Boss, each hurdling pretty fluently there. And Angolo down at the running rail to Beat the Bat with the green sleeves and Fine Casting. Bowens Park tucked away in mid-division is tracking Lively Citizen, who's in a red and white jacket. La Vida Adiva with a red cap held up in behind the likes of Cam Cenas, Punta de l'Este and Ballygeary as they move to the fly, which becomes the last in a circuit's time. Josh the Boss jumping alongside Steel Ally on that occasion. So one more circuit ahead of them. A long run now before they get to the first of the flights over in the back straight. Steel Ally over Josh the Boss, a half length between them. Couple lengths away, Beat the Bat on the inner of Fine Casting. Ballygeary in a black jacket is racing wide of Lively Citizen, and Cam Cenas with a white cap is up between that pair. Angolo, who hasn't been able to dominate today, the grey has dropped back through the field as a consequence. And now racing upsides the likes of Punta de l'Este in the black and grey, and La Vida Adiva, who's out wide. Knight of Allen in the maroon and pink, the pink sleeves in that cluster, followed by Park and Anciard in the double green. Bowens Park in a sheepskin noseband has drifted back, and Don Levant is just about last of all as they move to the first of flights on the far side. Steel Ally moving on by a couple of lengths once more over Josh the Boss, and then Beat the Bat to Fine Casting in the purple and white, and Lively Citizen with the red sleeves. Cam Cenas with a white cap is a little wider from Ballygeary. Looks like Angolo is being pulled up as the rest enter the final mile of the race. Steel Ally pressing on in front here, is opened up by 3 or 4 lengths over the pursuers, who are still headed by Josh the Boss. Beat the Bat with the green sleeves going smoothly enough just in behind them. And then comes Fine Casting to Cam Cenas. Further out then to Ballygeary in a black and orange jacket. And then Lively Citizen. Knight of Allen is back on the end of the pink sleeves as they take the final flight in the back straight. Lively Citizen now beginning to lose ground quite quickly. Don Levant at this stage hasn't threatened to get involved from the rear. And it's Steel Ally who will lead them out of the back straight, having made much of the running so far. To Josh the Boss sitting in second. Fine Casting and Beat the Bat who's up the running rail, disputing third. Then Cam Cenas, the white cap, wide of Knight of Allen, followed by Ballygeary. La Vida Adiva with a red cap to Bowens Park, Park and Anciard. Punta de l'Este beginning to make some progress from the rear in the black and grey as they swing on in now to face the third last. Steel Ally in front heading towards it and still galloping on at this stage. Over Josh the Boss, who continues to give chase. Then Beat the Bat down on the inner, followed by Knight of Allen with the pink sleeves. Fine Casting, Cam Cenas, Punta de l'Este. Over 3 out they go, then Bowens Park, La Vida Adiva. Steel Ally moving on down towards the second last, but still more than a quarter mile to gallop. Beat the Bat is now driven in pursuit. Josh the Boss beginning to fade. Steel Ally, little overbold if anything, slightly pitched on landing, 2 out. Beat the Bat now beginning to close in. Knight of Allen, the pink sleeves next from Cam Cenas, then Punta de l'Este. Steel Ally on down towards the final flight. Head bowed low in grim determination, still galloping on here from Beat the Bat and Knight of Allen. 1 to go, short run in. Steel Ally neatly over the last. Beat the Bat still chasing hard with Knight of Allen. Cam Cenas back in fourth, and Steel Ally brushing aside a big weight to make most under Dylan Johnston for Di Walters and Sam Thomas. Steel Ally, too good. Beat the bat up for second, then Knight of Alan Councinas, and a little break to the others.